Alright, welcome back everyone. My name is Pritesh here with Kaizen Crypto, bringing you another video. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. In this video, banks are interested in holding ADA. So recently, the CEO of the Cardano Foundation, Frederick Regard, shared some perspective on how Cardano is going to be of interest to financial institutions. Also, parameters and decentralization, we're going to see the K parameter on the Cardano network being adjusted starting on December 6th. So what does this mean for you as a Cardano holder? Also, a very interesting article on the Cardano forum talking about Beefchain and how Cardano is going to be used to empower ranchers. The conclusion of our giveaway. Thank you all so much if you are a Kaizen or KRSNA Stakepool delegator, giving you all some details on who is going to win these NFTs. And if you all stay till the very end, sharing with you some perspective on the altcoin market and how it relates to our current market cycle. So all of that coming up right after our sponsor.
Hello! Sorry for interrupting this awesome Kaizen crypto video today. If you're interested in running your own stake pool but don't have the technical knowledge or the time, that's what I'm here for. Feel free to contact me at peyton@bloompool.io for either stake pool consultation services, help with creating your own stake pool, or I create and maintain the stake pool for you. If you want more information, reach out to me at peyton@bloompool.io. That email will be in the description.
Thank you so much to BigPey for sponsoring today's video. So recently, the CEO of the Cardano Foundation, Frederick Regard, has been on quite a few Cardano news sources lately and talking a lot about how he feels that Cardano, being a third-generation cryptocurrency, is going to tackle a lot of the obstacles that we're seeing currently with traditional finance. So it's very interesting to hear his perspective. He's actually got a background in the banking sector. He was actually a head of digital finance over at PwC. So in one of the podcasts that he was featured on recently, he went on to explain where Cardano can fill the gap in some of the problems we're seeing currently. So he went on to say that right now, blockchain technology has a huge opportunity in the current financial sector. Also in things like insurance and supply chain tracking, financial education, and the whole academic angle. As far as being able to put credentials on the blockchain, as far as being able to track legitimacy of products and their origin, all of these things are going to be very relevant, and Cardano is going to be able to play a key role in all of those challenges. Now, when it comes to ADA and the adoption of banking institutions, so being that his background is in the banking sector, he was saying that one of the biggest challenges is going to be the regulatory hurdle. So being able to have some type of framework in place for a banking sector to be able to offer blockchain-based solutions. And expanding on this point, he went on to compare ADA and Bitcoin. So he believed that Bitcoin and ADA, there's actually a one-to-one parity in terms of privacy. He's saying the biggest difference really is going to be in their consensus protocol. So we're starting to see now with a lot of these institutional players that they're taking a keen interest into cryptocurrencies. Now, whenever one of these larger players comes to know about cryptocurrencies, of course, the first name that they come to think about is going to be Bitcoin. With Cardano, and what makes it a little bit different is that it's based on a proof-of-stake consensus algorithm. With it being proof-of-stake, it's built upon the three key pillars of solving problems that we saw facing the previous generation blockchain protocols, such as sustainability, interoperability, and sustainability. So ADA has definitely got the foundations in place to be able to facilitate a lot of these needs that we're going to see from these larger financial institutions. And to think that you're going to be able to run these financial smart contracts once we actually start to see things like Marlowe after Goguen is released on the mainnet. I think that a lot of these players, as it comes to financial institutions, are going to recognize the opportunity with this blockchain technology. So excited to see what comes to happen with the Cardano Foundation and how they are able to help facilitate Cardano being implemented in many of these banking and financial institutions. Next up, talking about parameters and decentralization. So Tim Harrison actually put together this incredible article. This is on the IOHK blog, talking about what we're going to be expecting coming up with the K parameter starting on December 6th. So just a brief overview, essentially on December 6th, the K parameter is going to change from 150 desired stake pools to 500 desired stake pools on the network. What this is going to do is effectively reduce the threshold for a stake pool being saturated from 210 million ADA down to 64 million ADA. As far as what this means, let's take a look at some of the points mentioned in this article. It's saying that the move to K equals 500 will give small to medium-sized pools that are struggling an improved opportunity to attract delegation. It will also have the effect of limiting pool size to 64 million ADA, which means more than 100 of the largest pools will become saturated. ADA holders can redelegate at any point between now and the change, and if you are currently delegating to one of the largest pools and wish to continue receiving optimal staking rewards, you may need to move your ADA before or during Epoch 233. To be clear, no one delegating to an oversaturated pool will lose any of their stake. It is simply that the return on their stake will be reduced if they stay delegated to a saturated pool. So going over some of the key points mentioned, if you are delegating to a pool that is over that saturation threshold, so let's say for instance, I'm going to use our stake pool, Kaizen, as an example. Currently our stake pool is sitting at 110 million ADA delegated. What this is going to mean is that starting on December 6th, rewards for our stake pool are going to diminish because the stake pool is saturated. So the initiative that we are taking on as a community is by having a larger stake pool, we want to cater to a larger audience as far as being able to help decentralization. So Kaizen Crypto is going through the process now of helping community stake pools, as well as promoting our secondary stake pool, KRSNA. So KRSNA stake pool is going to be our secondary stake pool that is going to help accommodate our delegators so that we can continue to help you in terms of supporting if you do have questions, providing value by making these educational videos, all of that. So if you're interested in remaining with Kaizen Crypto, please do consider transitioning to KRSNA stake pool at least before Epoch 233. Also, we would encourage you to delegate to many other community stake pools. There are a lot of people who do great things for the Cardano community. The biggest thing to keep an eye out is that you want to make sure that the delegation threshold is below 64 million ADA. This is so that the rewards are not going to be diminished for the stake pool being oversaturated. So if you are a delegator to Kaizen stake pool, please do consider transitioning to KRSNA stake pool. And also if you are a delegator to any other saturated pool that will be above 64 million, please do consider supporting members in the Cardano community. Also, we're going to see that by the end of March, the decentralization parameter is going to be set to 0. So Cardano is on a upwards march towards full decentralization. It's incredible to see the progress being made. Essentially, with the D parameter being at 0, 100% of the blocks being propagated on the network are going to be minted by community stake pools. With this taking effect, essentially they are also intending to raise K to another level of 1000. So with this increased K parameter, we're going to see a lot of incredible things happening. There's going to be more decentralization and more blocks being produced by community pools. So I think that this is the overall goal that IOG had in mind with the Cardano network. It's really incredible to be a part of history and to actually see this come into fruition. I did also want to provide a quick update. I know many delegators have their Cardano ADA stored on a Ledger or a Trezor hardware device. So Charles Hoskinson did give an update as to the hardware wallet delegation support. We should see this coming very soon. So if you do hold your ADA on a Ledger or Trezor hardware device, be sure to keep an eye out for an update regarding that. Hoping to see that implementation before the end of November. So I'll be sure to keep you all posted. If you want to stay up to date with that type of update, be sure to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you know exactly when I post a new video. Next up, some information regarding Beefchain, so proof of stake. This is one of the most exciting use cases for blockchain and Cardano specifically. So Beefchain is actually going to be a Wyoming-based blockchain traceability solution. And essentially what they're doing is they're building a solution to be able to trace the origin of some of these consumer products. In this instance, they're talking about beef, but this can also be implemented to many other consumer products. Taking a look at some of the key points mentioned in this article, it's saying that for the smaller medium scale rancher who takes great care to raise their livestock humanely, the environmental impacts can be greatly reduced. And as a result, these ranchers can command a better price for their beef. But where the trouble comes into play is that farming with care takes time and commitment, and it's difficult to prove. So for example, as consumers, how do we tell the difference between a piece of grass-fed beef from an intensively farmed one? So how do you know that the organic sticker or the USDA choice sticker on any type of consumer product is actually going to be legit? It's actually verified. One of the most impactful documentaries that I've ever watched as it comes to food sustainability and traceability is Food Inc. I learned a lot from that documentary, and I think it really kind of highlights the problem that we're seeing with many of these larger food industries. And this relates to big pharma as well, a lot of these drug companies, being able to trace the legitimacy and quality of these products. So the issue has huge economic effects for honest ranchers. Recently concluded research of the U.S. beef supply chain, concluded over a 20-year period, found that there were over 400 cases of beef fraud, of which 42.9% was counterfeiting, passing off lower grade meat as high value breeds or forging farm level credentials such as organic or grass fed. So this type of fraud is notoriously difficult to track, and this is where blockchain solutions like Beefchain are going to come into play. Beefchain is going to use an RFID chip and IoT devices to track and upload unique information about individual cattle to the blockchain, providing verifiable credentials for the origin of the beef products. So this is just one of many use cases. They're intending to leverage the Atala Trace supply chain traceability solution built atop the Cardano blockchain. This is going to be incredible to see, having these QR codes and RFID chips integrated with this blockchain solution stores the underlying supply chain information on an immutable and secure ledger, making it incredibly difficult for bad actors to forge the credentials of the product. I'm really excited to hear more about this development, and I think that supply chain use cases like this are going to be implemented across a wide spectrum of different markets, and this is certainly a step in the right direction for Cardano. I wanted to go ahead and let you all know in regards to our giveaway. So a big thank you to the Cardano kids. So we were among the first community members to lay our eyes on this Cardano Kids Series 1 Mystery Guest NFT. Incredibly excited about this project, and I wanted to go ahead and let you all know that the giveaway for Kaizen Crypto has ended. We have selected 3 lucky winners. Delegators to either Kaizen and KRSNA Stakepool were eligible to participate. So for those of you who did enter to win, thank you all so much. I will be reaching out to 3 lucky winners here to go ahead and let you all know the details for this giveaway. And last up, if you all stay till the very end, sharing with you all some perspective from Beastlorian. So this is actually a chart of the total market cap for cryptocurrencies excluding Bitcoin. And here we can see where we are right now. We've got this circle here, where we could potentially be heading if history is any indication. So this is an exciting chart. This has me on my toes, looking forward to what is to come in the future. So right now, as far as some of the key players, of course, we know that Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency by market cap. But what Cardano has coming for it in the future, we're talking about Goguen, we're talking about smart contracts, Voltaire, voting, enterprise level blockchain solutions such as Atala Prism. There is a lot to look forward to with Cardano. So I wanted to go ahead and leave you all with this. If you guys are excited about the future and what's to come with Cardano, let me know down in the comment section. I would love to hear from you all. All right, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video here today, please be sure to drop a like for me before you go, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.